Good morning, fellow Ambazonians. Today na number 8 day when a Sunday for this month for September 2024. My name na Capo Daniel. I've been the chairman for the People's Right Advocative Platform. One come for this daily brief. Since na Sunday, na day where people they need to pay attention for news, we go use this one for address some important things that will be done leave them unaddressed. Particularly the statement where the United Nations, their official, it be put on for outside, where it be talk say Ambazonia they no fit be granted independence by the United Nations. We go address the statement where Ayaba Cho make come on that regard for give our people them the right narrative. Me man no be misled. But first we go give una update for which way it happen for ground zero. Number one thing na say La Republique their military they don't key one bike man for inside womb. It don't highlight the suffering we were bike people that they go through during this time because of the nature of their job. Bike people that they enter for all kinds side, they take risk even when people they need to work for outside for make sure they meet and transport people them, and at the same way they feed their family. The declaration of war and the ongoing war, it give Cameroon their soldier them a leverage for kill our people them anyhow without any consequences. We want to condemn this killing and would pray for advance the end of this war so that such rules of engagement they could change. Our people then go be protected against such Cameroon unnecessary killing. For inside our own Ambazonian side, we don't get dead them for some soldier them who want to highlight them. When a big soldier them for our Ambazonian where they don't die. First one na General Commander Bullet where he died for inside Bui for SOP for the Air Force for Bui. This was a very strong force. They done lost 3 soldiers them. We'll never get exactly which way happened. But we hear say someone them they be killed by Cameroon the Jana the way they come off for Market Road Day. We don't know how the thing happened, but we're going to bring those details them as soon as our sources them for ground zero they don't provide the issue them. So we will go straight for inside where it happened. And also for inside southwest area, we'll get one of our soldiers where they die for inside the as well. And then for inside Ndop, I think say they attack our soldier them for day, then run left their bike, then burn 2 bike them for day. Meanwhile, people then understand which way it happen. We call on our soldier them for keep their gun to their chest, and for those on the way they still operate for field, make them focus on the enemy itself and make them protect our population. Also, big news where the come is observant for Bamenda. Now say La Republique they don't bring in reinforcement them for inside big boss them plenty Cameroon military them. They don't surround the whole place for inside Mankonde then do cale-cale. People where they don't catch them, they don't take them go down for their police station. They ask and say, "Oh, man must pay a ransom of 10,000 before they want release them." They don't release majority of the people them, and the situation that would monitor them for the ground. Then talks that they carry out an operation for help for secure school resumption. That's in that way they talk about. We know so they just use the insecurity them for exploit our people them as they don't always they do them. The vice chair for the People's Right Advocative Platform, he done put out a message concerning education. We will put that message out. Archbishop Andrew Kia, he done put out message as well, following the United Nations message and the Catholic Church message, so they done put them out also. So they encourage all are picking themselves for this Tuesday. Me all man go back for school. Me all man he continue for learn, and me no man no disturb or interrupt schooling. It be important for the fight for Ambazonia, their self-determination. We no go build a country with illiterate. So make we go directly for which way around we done set out for talk today for this daily brief. Make una hear. So for remind our people them, as Ambazonian fighter them and some few Ambazonian they don't decide for declare lockdown for because the one for spoil school resumption, the one for affect school resumption, it don't overvex the international community. So the United Nations they don't put out a very strong direct message for we through Julius Fondong. We talk say United Nations enough grant Ambazonian independent and say the idea where our people them they try for lockdown punish our own people then feel say the UN go do something. Me they no say United Nations go do anything according to the policy then for UN no grant we independent. So it don't bring out a lot of things them and Ayaba Cho make a statement where go on for help for address and for now because there are some things and way they for the way when are outright misleading and we are need for make a gonna know exactly the truth, because as we always talk, only the truth shall set us free. So I go play the audio where Ayaba Cho reply for ye, and then I go tell na wait the way it be wrong, so that make una shine una eye, me always be on the right path, the path for light, the path for truth and honesty. Make we go.
A posting from a certain Julius Fondong, kind of a scholarly position in some institution.
So Ayaba Cho talk say the Julius Fondong be associated with the United Nations. No, he is a representative, he's a top official of the United Nations and he speak with the authority from the United Nations. This is how organizations they work. Sometimes lower level staff they talk, but they want a person way now he be big man for UN. The Julius Fondong he no be an associated member for United Nations for some organization. Now one of the top official them for United Nations. He been a member for MONUSCO. Now a top policy analyst and a government expert where he done hold up I think 6 top position then within the United Nations. Now it is safe under this organ for United Nations where they call them MONUSCO. MONUSCO now the United Nations Organization Stabilization Mission for the Congo. So it no be a small representative na big man way it talk about security issue them for the whole of Africa. So na a senior political affairs officer, na an official way na they take political decision them, na they tell you and how the political thing they work we make that statement. So make Ayaba Cho no bikini talk, let's say no be some person way it talk under authority for UN. Make una hear what we talk
on the question of genocide and on the question of lockdowns. Let me start with the lockdown. I know that they like to cherry pick some of the postings from political adventurers to establish it as the baseline Amazonian argument that explains the rationale for certain what we call actions that we impose on the ground.
So wait here about you the talk now say these big people then for you and they can't choose on one thing where Amazonia they do and where you know over fine. Then take them like say na the main base for use them for Josh. That means they cherry pick things them for use them. It means them be biased. And I want make would look Ayaba Cho when Seseko it be declare independence for Amazonia. Wait way Ayaba Cho and Sheikh Harvey they be do am for their occultic group they call them egg of sea. Then cherry pick wait way Seseko it do am. They no focus for the independent way Seseko grant them. They actually reject the declaration of independence way Seseko it declare them. Then talk say Seseko it be the lie say United Nations it go come enter we. The United Nations go come once then declare them they go come intervene. Then go pick some small talk when even Bo Herbert be talk them. Time way be spokesperson for Skakuf. They hang na on that one. Then cherry pick way to way Seseko be the do am when they do one for condemn people. So person when a hypocrite, where he get bias, you know if they talk about people then they cherry pick. Because the whole issue about lockdown na a cardinal issue. The whole issue about we expecting United Nations make it come na a very central part of which we that motivate our people that immediately fight. You ask all soldiers for ground zero, they go tell and say whatever they do na say they expect say UN it go can react one day. The independence go come one day for UN. So me go listen with where about you talk and then I go play with evidence for the other things the why they talk and make una get the substantiation.
Lockdown that has been called from the 9th to the 23rd has nothing to do with the United Nations. It has nothing to do with the General Assembly. Absolutely no connection. Now let me explain it in simple terms so that everyone will understand. In this war of liberation, we have combined military actions, sovereignty projects, resistance actions like anti-election actions, which is generally situated under the anti-legitimization actions. All liberation struggles have embraced this multitude of actions to challenge the authority of the enemy, undermine its policies and actions, to delegitimize their political authority, which is important in their international claim for power over a sovereign people. So it is not new. We are not creating new strategies. These are all strategies that have been used. Martin Luther King used boycotts, either bus boycott or actions in buses like Rosa Parks did to refuse to sit in front or to sit behind the bus. And people might have asked, oh, why not just sit behind the bus? It takes you to the same destination, right? Sometimes dignity matters. You know, we find a few kids in the United States blacks were denied the right to go into certain schools. People would ask, oh yeah, why must you mingle in their own schools? You know, why not just create your own schools and get along? Why endanger the lives of children to be policed in predominantly white schools where you had 3 blacks in the United States? That would have been the argument being made by some Ambazonians today. Because the easy way out is the most convenient for most Ambazonians, or these loud weaver birds. Now, I give these examples for you people to know. In Soweto, you had a Soweto uprising of students.
So, I go cut and short and I go explain it for now. Because when people they talk some kind stupid things, now 2 things, either they accept them stupid or then think say our people them over stupid, they need to think for themselves. The first thing I say, Ayaba Cho talk say, this lockdown, it no get nothing to do with the United Nations. It talk say no connection with the United Nations. I want me gonna know say, if it talk say it no get nothing to do with the United Nations, na just foolishness or na an admission say it no will get no effect for the United Nations because it no say the United Nations, first of all, it don't reject wait way it happen. All wait what they do the ultimate goal na say me will get independence. And for the mindset of our soldiers, they do them because they know say United Nations will intervene. All man then be convinced for ground zero, both by our soldiers, by our activism, by our own propaganda, say the UN it go can't help we one day. Me some man no deceive una. If person talks to UN no go can't help we, it means say wait to be the reason why our boy they fight in the first place. Because that boy them say they be down fool them say UN go come intervene. Man no even talk say they be fool them because UN for fit intervene. Now say we sister would not spoil the struggle. Make a play audio for our soldier them. For one of the most prominent Ambazonian forces, the Marine Forces for Bambalang, make una hear their hope for their action them and their activity them. With such action then like the lockdown, it indicate them for the heart for our boys and una listen.
And this one for talk without your own regime. If they like for the loss they are picking them every day, make them continue for the lie, for the war, say everything be normal. As the Republic go for United Nations, if people on the Povia Bartolomeo like and for go lie, if the United Nations like and for keep a blind eye to wait where it happen, it means that they like and for the sick corpses every day. As when I be see say go again. And for 25, 30, 35 years, we go forge ahead. And by that time, for stop them, we go hard until then do what we will talk them. Yeah, make the world know. Make United Nations then see them. This go.
So now no pity spokesperson that if they talk for their video them when they show weapon them for actually they don't take them. They hope now always say would they do things, me the war see them, me Cameroon no say things no be normal and then the United Nations it go intervene. Or go can give you which would want them. So if Ayaba Cho the talk say in the not to no get connection with the UN, that means say his step in no get credibility. Now somebody way it lie at every turn, mislead our people without any logic or any rationale. Number 2 thing. Now say you cannot be comparing apples and pears. First of all, the comparison way they talk with the American their boss boycott. American then they be fighting for equality because they be discriminate against the black them. They not be fighting for independence. And the roadway Martin Luther King he be choose now the pacifying way. American they be get group the way they be more radical, the Islamic nation. Black people they be want to me then separate, so one they be want me then go back for Africa. They be done the fight for a long time, they no be ever succeed until Martin Luther King he come. And the message for Martin Luther King na say, I have a dream that one day blacks and white they go work out together. It no be being driven by hate speech. So the similar thing where if you talk for Ambazonia, the dream, for example, for Martin Luther, it go be na me Capo Daniel, why the talk say one Cameroon, 2 people. One day we Anglophone and Francophone, they will go work hand in hand. We are neighbors, we will live forever. The links between our culture, our music, our intermarriage, our food and everything, it will never be broken. Never. Whether we are independent or not, we are there in that land. We will never be separated. We will never. Even we get boundaries, we get independence, as a people, that bond go always there for day. So a comparison them it be wrong. And I will tell now one of the things we talk for a comparison. The two way talking for that Boston school boycott or na the Mongory boycott, it be na say for the America, one time it be where they be do segregation. That means they be discriminate against black people. They be talk say for boss, me white people they need to shit on together with boss. All black man go to enter boss, they go to shit on for back for boss. Now white people they go to shit on for front. So Martin Luther become it be talk say wait. Say me then do boycott for boss. Me black people they need to see enter for boss. How they be succeed? They be talk say me black people they not enter for boss, but black people they be the work for town. The vast majority of passengers for bus, according to statistics during that period, 70% will be na black people they be passenger for bus because most white people them they be drive their own motor. Before they do the bus boycott, you get person where they call in a T.J. Jemison. If you bring an idea, say me then do it, they call and say cale-cale. That means say they be organized 300 motor them for black people them. And then all taxi driver doing na black people them. They be the travel go for the suburbs for carry black people them. Me then come for town can work because if them boycott boss them, now how they go do the chop. They be need for go to work now for town before they chop. Now they be do house gear work them before they chop. So Martin Luther no be do can talk say me people that they boycott bus. Even the Rosa Park where they be arrested for America, they be want arrested because if it deny say no go shit down for back for boss, it can shit down for front together with the white people them. They be arrested. So we will the talk say one me school be boycott, me picking them boycott school. We go boycott and say now how they go punish now our own picking them because the same time how they go do the compete with Cameroonian the way them already they get that certificate them. Now our own picking them they need to get certificate. We'll never be able to bring alternative certification. Now, why that would still allow a picking the right first school living, second and all this government exam them for our community school? The picking they still go write them. Me when I organize them every time we first school living the one come GCE, I designate specific school them we picking the figure they go write exam because we no get alternative. You know if you boycott school or you want boycott water, you know they like suicide mission. So a comparison the way it get may be completely wrong. The black people they be the fight now for integration and for equality. So if you do want fight now for independence, you know go to talk now say you do want for punish now your own people them or for deny education for your own picking them. It just be wrong. You do punish now our own picking them. It not be sustainable for say we will stop school, we will boycott school, or we will interrupt school forever. The idea say me then lock down school them for affect our school, it put our own picking them at the disadvantage. It need to add anything to do with our independence. And the fact that the UN that reject them, the UN they condemn them. The Catholic Church they condemn them. The Pope then put message to condemn them. American the embassy they don't condemn them. Now for tell we say the effect it be negative because we want me the UN accept we want me the UN intervene. So anything where they make and they inside come against we, nothing where they derail we, no be thing for we for continue for listening. So as you're talking about loudmouth riverbirds, Ayaba Cho then become now an activist and a spokesperson. Now, person this way, he be the try for stop me, man, they do podcast. Say, how can you be a whole spokesman, a whole deputy defense chief? Every day you make podcast. Today, now, they do day brief. He then start beginning to go to the work visit pleasant for Europe. How he go to show parliament for UK, they talk history like they do am. So now, he then turn for becoming the follower to me Capo Daniel they do am. I be now a leader. So anyway, example the way they give for Soweto. The Soweto uprising, if they be the fight now for equality, the fight for anti-apartheid, it be a fight for equality. The fight for anti-segregation for America, it be a fight for equality. So if you choose the example, then make it join the People's Right Advocative Platform for fight for equality between us, now the Anglophone them and the Francophone, because now the only option that will get them. This is step, you know, say you and that already reject which will talk independent, it no be attainable now. Or una ask yourself now how una one may will keep this fight going on. How long una one will keep the fight going on? We know if we talk say we will lock our picking them for school forever. No. We know if we talk say we will leave the violence may go on forever. No. Because even after 50 years, we know we still win the way we things that go and the way our internal dynamic then they. We must face reality. Any responsible person must face reality and foresee the best way if we put the public interest for our people them make it win. We know if we hold our people them hostage to our ideology or our own imposed. It don't become now our own imposed rule or aspiration over them. Not be the people's their aspiration. Because when I ran here for our refugee, them for ground zero, they don't talk openly, say they don't tired. They know if they fight war way, now we kill ourselves. We know if they accept for use kidnappers. People really prey on our own people them for take money. We they call the non-tax collector them. We know if they accept murderer like Ayaba Cho. People will then be willing to burn and wipe out villages of Amazonia because of their own brand. Personally, the 90% of still they post and their own picture them. We know if we mortgage our future into the hands of hoodlums who care less about our own people, who have committed rape in ground zero, who are legitimizing the complete destruction of our own identity. People who would destroy Frundi and allow CPDM people to roam our street. These are all corrupt individuals who have nothing to say. They have lost their moral backings and they should go and stay quiet. Ayaba Cho should be in prison in Amazonia or in international court for the crime he has committed against our own people. Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King, even the wicked people in the world as leaders have never committed crime against their own people the way this man have done with our own people. He has no voice. He is a wicked, evil man who have committed war crimes, evident that is in front of everybody. Somebody like that have no moral backing to talk. Our people should know that we have fought a good fight. We have fought a good fight and we have reached a situation where we must look for the maximum autonomy for our people rather than losing the war and get into a total loss scenario where the victor is going to write our history. We have seen what they have written in the special status. It is nonsense. If we don't want this thing to happen to our people, then it is time for us to be reasonable and rise like the right example he uses. Let us like Martin Luther King. Let us like Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela took a concession to bring peace in South Africa, and it was considered wisdom by every standard because he made peace. He knew that he could not defeat the apartheid regime. It would mean almost an annihilation of his own people. Just like Martin Luther King, he knew that they cannot destroy the white people in America. They choose for a path not because they like it. Of course, they want independence, but they know that it was not possible to eliminate even your own enemy completely. So some point we will come to this agreement that we have fought a good fight. Cameroon itself have bowed. Their dictator have admitted that they have failed. It is time for us to put a substantial submission on the table that will return peace to our country and not allow the cycle of violence which will not produce any positive result if we go the way we are going. We are sure of that. We are not doubting. Nobody can say that we can win. You are on around here the audio where I released between me and Mark Barata, how he talks, we will know if we win the war. All man know him. The research work will be doing concerning the argument for General Resolution 1608. I be don't tell when I say the argument it will be wrong. I don't prove them for now the UN then can talk them. All man then come for the same conclusion. So the right thing to do if we love our people them, now for cut our losses, stop the bleeding and the suffering of our people, and allow them to go home. We cannot hold our own people hostage. We cannot do that. It is immoral. It is wrong. And the right thing we have to do is to come to a negotiated settlement. Push for this initiative that we are pushing until we get our people in a place where they can live in peace and have their territorial integrity, their dignity protected, and a pathway to independence, just like Northern Ireland did. God bless you now all. Capo Daniel, signing out.